Today we are comparing the new Ping I240 against the TaylorMade P770. Two clubs that sit mainly for sort of low handicap golfers. They sit pretty much in this kind of player's distance club. They're both 33 degrees, so they're not striving for distance, but they're definitely trying to blend a little bit of distance with feel, with looks as well. Okay, so really today's test, just to look at some of the key numbers, looking at dispersion, looking at obviously feel and looks as well, and just trying to work out which one might be best for your game. So starting off with the looks, well, you can't go wrong with that P770. I think this P range from TaylorMade, it just looks great. That P790, the P770 as well looks even better. It just looks really good, really nice and neat, nice and tidy on the eye. In that playing position, now it depends on what you prefer. In terms of, from a forgiveness point of view, that I240 looks more inviting. If you prefer something smaller, a little bit neater, a little bit cleaner, then definitely P770. So yeah, I'd say the P770 wins it from a looks point of view, but let's look at the all-important performance. We're going to start off with the I240 and then compare it to the P770. So we've got a very fair test today, both 33 degrees. We've got exactly the same shaft, the Nippon NS Pro 105 stiff, so very fair test when it comes to the overall spec of the club. Obviously this I240 has just come out by Ping. It is trying to blend, you know, the kind of player's look, player's shaping, but they've inserted this kind of cavity back as well to try and get some sort of forgiveness as well. But it isn't forged. The P770 is forged. This is a cast head, but again, they've put this polymer insert to try and help with the feel element. So let's hit a few shots. Let's take a look at it. So in that playing position, for me, it looks quite easy to hit. I think that's a big thing. If you are somebody that's wanting to get like a player's look, but with a bit of help, well, I quite like the look of this from that point of view. I felt good. Yeah, nice solid hit. Yeah, feels nice. Feels nice and solid. Two consistent numbers there to begin with. What I like about this is that good spin number there at 6,600. Quite high for this kind of modern day, if you like. You know, you can see that's carrying 161, finishing 166. That's literally landing, stopping within 5 yards. Exactly what you want from a 7-iron. Yeah, that was nice. That was a good shot. Yeah, I think, you know, you think about how good that I230 was. This looks to be performing as well. And yeah, the initial testing has been good. It feels really solid, quite easy to hit really for more of a player's iron. Although it's a cast head, it feels nice. You know, they've done a good job trying to get the sound there. I think we always presume that it has to be a forged head, but it doesn't. You know, Ping clearly believe that they can get some good feel from a cast head. And yeah, getting some decent numbers. Again, it's not about distance really. You know, this is carrying between 160 and 170, which is more than enough. It is more about that dispersion, isn't it? And it feels really easy to hit. Yeah, I must admit, they've really got a nice blend in terms of looks and forgiveness. Yeah, nice. I think, you know, there's a lot of ladies on the LPGA Tour that use this iron, so it clearly is for elite golfers, but I think this could probably go up to maybe a 9, 10 handicap. I really do. I don't think it's that hard to hit. Yeah, so that was 8 solid hits. Really like the feel of it, felt quite solid. Overall, really, really good. Quick break. If you're enjoying this video and want to take your game to the next level, I've put together a short, practical ebook to help you find the right golf clubs for you, based on your swing, budget and skill level. Whether you're a beginner or upgrading after years on the course. You can grab it right now using the link in the description below. It'll save you time, money and frustration. As a bonus, I'm offering a free online lesson when you buy the ebook. Back to the video. Okay, so now into this TaylorMade P770. I actually think this iron gets a bit lost in the TaylorMade range. You think about how popular that 790 is, that hollow-bodied club. And then really, you know, if you're a better golfer, you're probably into that P7MC. And I think this 770 can get a little bit lost, but it does perform well. I mean, certainly, as I said, looks-wise, I think it's great. It is forged face. It does have the tech. It does have that sort of speed pocket, speed foam air in there. So again, it's trying to blend the two. It's trying to definitely going for your better player. You know, it is quite small. You know, you put that head behind the ball there. It does feel quite small compared to that Ping. But so yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's solid. I mean, good ball speed there, 121. I think definitely higher than the Ping on that first one. And it feels nice. You know, it definitely, you know, obviously forged feel. And yeah, they are actually quite different from a feel standpoint. I think I prefer the feel of this one. With it is forged. Ping was nice as well. That was fine, yeah. The spin appears to be a touch lower. We'll look at the numbers at the end, but it does seem ever so slightly lower. But let's hit more shots. And it does, it feels beautiful, it does. I think, you know, as I said, that in that playing position, it does look quite small. That ball almost feels quite big there against the face. But so far, struck it quite good. That didn't feel perfect, but actually, ball speed didn't drop that much, so that's encouraging. Just a couple more. That felt nice. Again, I think if you're a TaylorMade fan and you're a better golfer, you could combo this with the MC. You know, potentially put these as a long iron. If you're more of a sort of mid-handicapper, you could combo these with the P790 because they look almost identical from behind. You could definitely combo them with the P790, that's for sure. Yeah, nice one there to finish. So that was quite an interesting test, really. You know, I enjoyed hitting them both. You know, I do really think you've got two very good products. I think they are definitely for better golfers. Feel-wise, P770 probably edged it, but not a lot really. I think both felt really good. I'm really intrigued to see the numbers because I felt like I hit all them very, very similar. Let's take a deeper dive into those numbers. So starting off with the dispersion, you'd probably say P770 edges it, doesn't it? It's a bit smaller, it's a bit more central. I felt like I hit the I240 well as well, but maybe that one kind of pull left has maybe just kind of pulled it out a bit from a dispersion point of view. So definitely P770 wins this. If we now look into the numbers, so we've got club speed on the left, TaylorMade at the top, Ping at the bottom. Similar club speed, 86, 87. Ball speed more from 770, so perhaps that speed pocket doing a good job there. Launching ever so slightly lower with P770. Again, think about your own game. Is that good or bad for you? Overall height's the same, 102 and 103 feet. Spin was noticeably more with the Ping. And I did see that, and I did feel that, you know, shot to shot, that's quite a lot higher, 6,300 compared to 5,700. So 600 RPM there difference. So that Ping is landing a bit steeper at 50 degrees there. And you can see distance is a bit more with the TaylorMade P770 there. 169 for 177, 162 for 169. So a good sort of 7-8 yards longer. So based on that, guys, overall, you know, if you think about the differences, for me, definitely P770 wins that head-to-head. It looks better, feels better, dispersion was better, and the overall distance was better. The only drawback is I prefer something a bit spinnier at 6,300. The Ping was definitely spinning better for me, but if I had to pick a winner, definitely the P770.